Next month, the U.S. Supreme Court is set to decide whether it will take up the appeal of an Ohio man trying to sue a local police department for arresting him over a fake Facebook page. The page was a parody of the local police department poking fun at it. The officers say it disrupted operations. He says it was obviously a joke. Now, a major comedy website is joining the debate in a case that tests the First Amendment and qualified immunity for police. Here's ABC's Devin Dwyer.
They say put your hands behind your back.
The parking lot arrest in 2016 stunned Anthony Novak as much as the charge.
They told me fake Parma police Facebook page.
Alleged disruption of police operations after Novak made a parody of the Parma, Ohio Police Department's official page on Facebook.
What kind of stuff was on the page?
So the first post, I said they were pleased to announce that they were enacting a new temporary law that would ban residents from feeding or housing the homeless. There was later a post about abortions where it said they were going to have a police van outside of a grocery store for teen abortions.
Parma police don't perform abortions.
No.
Is there any chance that a reasonable person could have perceived this as a real page?
No. You click the page, it's very obvious, and even what you're reading should strike you as off.
The page with the spoof slogan, "We Know Crime," quickly began to go viral, prompting 11 phone calls to the department's non-emergency number, according to court records, and a warning from the city on its official Facebook page about a fake.
Did anyone ever ask you to take it down?
No, never.
So no one from the city, if they were concerned about it, reached out through the page and said, hey, who is this? Take it down.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I pretty much just tried to make my friends on Facebook laugh. I didn't think it was going to go past that.
But the police were not laughing and had this to say about the post to the local Fox News station.
Frankly, they're crude, they're demeaning, and they're very inflammatory. There's a fine line between satire and endangering the public.
The department launching a criminal investigation into who was behind the posts poking fun at their officers. Novak deleted the page after just 12 hours, but a month later was arrested and held in jail for 4 days.
I slept a lot of the time.
After a trial, a local jury acquitted him of any wrongdoing.
In this age of identity theft, misinformation everywhere, I mean, do we want people spoofing law enforcement? I mean, couldn't that cause confusion or worse?
I think making fun of the government, which is parody, is a pretty long-standing thing here in the country. Nothing really happened from my page. Honestly, the only thing that happened was the police overreacting.
They say, though, that the risk of confusion, the risk of distracting the police overrides some of that.
I was allowed to make a parody page about the police, and then they raided my house, they took my electronics, they arrested me, my image was blasted all over the news, and I didn't do anything wrong. So I don't want them to think that's okay, because I kind of think they do. And I saw the cop pull in here.
Novak took the city of Parma to federal court, alleging the arrest and prosecution violated his First Amendment right to free speech and Fourth Amendment protection against unreasonable searches and seizures. A federal appeals court earlier this year acknowledged difficult questions in the case, but said the officers were protected by qualified immunity and dismissed Novak's claims. He's now asking the U.S. Supreme Court to hear his appeal.
Unless there are some consequences for police essentially taking offense to protected speech online and showing up at people's houses and arresting them, all signs are that they will continue doing that.
The city of Parma declined our request for an interview, but said in a statement that its officers did nothing wrong and that Novak's suit is groundless. The courts concluded that the police acted within the bounds of warrants issued by judges, adding Novak went beyond mimicry by reposting on his fake page an official warning from the city about the fake site.
The legal theory here is just staggeringly broad and dangerous for all sorts of free speech.
The power of parody is in being true to life, experts say. Criticism by imitation, from TV skits.
What seems to be the trouble, Donald? Who are you? Stay back.
To satirical headlines, some at least momentarily fooling the reader into thinking they could be real.
That's what this entire case hinges on. It's the ability to tell a joke with a straight face. Momentarily, you've been duped.
Mike Gillis is head writer at The Onion, the popular satirical web publication that mimics a newspaper and pokes fun at just about everyone and everything.
Our motto is Tu stultus es, which is you are dumb. So we try to hit the reader over the head with that every day.
This is where all the jokes are written.
Right, just this one man writes all of the jokes.
When Gillis heard about Novak's case, he and The Onion filed their first ever brief with the U.S. Supreme Court, citing a self-serving interest in preventing political authorities from imprisoning humorists, urging the justices to defend the ability to deceive without a disclaimer.
Where's the line?
There are powerful individuals in this country who seem to think that they should be the sole arbiters of that. And I think judges and police officers and figures of authority, the people who are most susceptible to parody, should be as far away from that lever as possible.
I was definitely shaken.
Novak says he's done poking fun at the police for now, but he's not giving up on parody, hoping the Onion's support will grab the attention of the nation's highest court to hear his case.
What is it you hope that comes from your case at the end of the day?
I hope that it defines even more something I think is already defined, that you can make fun of the government. It is your First Amendment right to make parody especially, and government shouldn't come after you and attack you. I don't want to strengthen that. I want to weaken that idea that the government can just come and arrest you and have no accountability.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.